Hi,
Good morning.
good morning.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How about you?
Fine. Yeah, thanks. Fine. It's okay.
Good. It's not too early.
Well, for me now.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good
How are you?
morning.
Good, good. I'm excellent. How was Finland?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
no,
alright. It
perdón, en
was.
español. ¿Qué tal Finlandia?
Uh, um, uh, sí, me lo paso bueno.
Bien,
Sí, bien, me lo paso bien, sí.
genial. ¿Qué hiciste ahí y por qué fuiste?
Um, porque tenía un amigo en Finland en esta semana.
Genial.
Um, y yeah, it was just something different.
¿Y la reunión importante de Chile?
Not going.
Oh,
Uh,
that's terrible news. Why? What? Why?
do I have to speak Spanish?
You don't if you don't want to.
Okay. Um, the universities. So I had two universities I could go to. One was called Mayor, and one is the Pontifacto Católico,
Okay, I
which
know
is like
that
the big
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so Mayor was a guaranteed spot, but it's a brand new exchange. So I'm the first person from this university to go over there. So there's
Right.
been a bit of setting up to do with fees and things. And
Right.
Pontifacto was an ongoing battle. Apparently, they're a bit up themselves. And I
Yeah.
was having difficulty convincing them that this exchange would be good for them.
Oh
So,
no.
but I had this place at Mayor, and my supervisor said, "Oh, you're going to Mayor unless we can get this exchange going with Pontifacto, and then you can have a choice."
Right.
But just as everything's being finalised, the guys at Mayor have changed their minds about the fees and
Ah.
have gone from, "Oh no, you don't have to pay any fees, it'll be fine," to charge me about €700 a module,
Oh.
which is racking up to a lot of money.
Yeah.
So my supervisor pulled out of the deal.
Of course, they can't change the goalposts like that.
Yeah, this has been ongoing. Like this placement's been going on all year since about October. They've been negotiating,
Oh,
but
I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry, Lucy.
It's okay. I've got a place at uni in Buenos Aires,
Okay.
so all is
Okay.
not lost. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, for sure. You can visit Chile
Yeah, it's not far.
on the bus.
Yeah, my supervisor's from Buenos Aires. I just said
Okay.
it's a better city anyway.
Yeah, totally.
But I mean, if they're still trying to sort this Pontefacto deal out because they want, like, there's a couple of other guys going to Buenos Aires, and she wants to have as many placements
Variety.
as possible. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I may still go to Pontefacto, but I'm gonna buy flights to Argentina because it's only another 2 hours or so to Santiago from there,
Sure.
and I
Yeah.
need to buy flights soon.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my week.
Oh no.
That's
Oh, you would have
okay.
been so disappointed.
Oh, I'm pretty excited about Argentina actually.
Yeah, no, Argentina would be
Like,
very, very cool. And like you said, Buenos Aires would be
yeah,
amazing.
as long as I'm going to South America, I'm quite
Right.
happy. She was in a right state. I, j- I got back from Finland and had like two different emails from two different tutors saying we really urgently need to discuss your placement in Chile. Can you give us your phone number? Um, but they wouldn't tell me what it was about. I thought I'd done something. I thought I'd failed some exam that I'd taken a year ago or something. She wouldn't. I emailed her back saying, I can come see you on Monday, but what's happened? She goes, just need to check some things with you.
Oh, she didn't want to
No,
tell you over the internet,
no,
like
I think
breaking up with you.
she said she was, yeah, she said she was worried I'd like freak out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she was
Us
worried to
Latins,
say,
look, I'm also freaking out for you, and you're taking it so cool.
I'm going to
The
Argentina, I'm really
Latin thing.
happy. Yeah,
Good. Oh, that's a great attitude too.
Yeah, well, my my mum's always been a bit funny about me going to Chile.
I can
She's
imagine.
going, oh, yeah, well, I mean, I'd want to come and see you, but oh, you know, South America, not really sure about South America. Your dad wouldn't come. He doesn't like flying, and I'd be under your feet. You'd have to look after me, and I couldn't just come for a weekend. So you know, and now I've mentioned Buenos Aires. She's like, oh, great, your dad and I are coming to see you. We're gonna go. She wants to go to the waterfalls at the top of Argentina next to Brazil and Paraguay.
Wow.
And at
Yeah.
the same time visit all the glaciers in Patagonia at the bottom. So I'm not really sure how she's going to work this one out.
Oh, that sounds. Oh, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, because Buenos Aires is certainly much more cosmopolitan, much, it's much bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be working out perfectly.
Yeah, no, I'm ecstatic. And the
And
university looks good.
what will you study there,
No
or
idea.
is it just Spanish?
No, I do Spanish and then I have to take 30 European credits. Which is
Do they have
equivalent to,
European equivalents?
No, they have no, but it's the equivalent
really.
number of modules. We don't use them either. It's all very confusing.
But who's we? Manchester Uni.
In Britain, we don't use European credits.
I did my masters in England and they gave me European credits.
Really?
And Bristol University.
All right. No,
But
like,
perhaps I told them I wanted European credits. Perhaps
okay.
maybe they did it because of
It's
that.
a bit like Euros. Like I know roughly what they are.
Definitely, England's definitely in Bologna, in the Bologna zone, which is the standardization of European education.
Yeah, like we use all the European framework for languages,
Right.
and like, I mean, ours are equivalent to 2 European credits per, like. So
Okay. So
you guys do 30 per term, don't you? And we do 60. So it's not like it's a difficult.
yeah,
transaction.
in Bristol, yeah, exactly. It was that. I can't remember what your credits were called, but it was double, and so yeah, you halved it for European credits.
Yeah.
So.
But
okay,
yeah, we don't use them. So I've had to. It's like converting pounds into euros to then convert into pesos or whatever they use. Yeah.
Yeah. Will that be easily validated? Those subjects that you study, will you be able to validate them without a problem?
I think so. I mean, you can. I know certainly for the Erasmus exchange, you do anything.
But
So long
it's
as you
in
keep it up.
Europe, the Erasmus exchange, so you do get those European credits. So that was what the Bologna process was about, being able to study anywhere in Europe and it having the exact same value in another European university.
Yeah, they will. Like the modules I take in, like the year doesn't they don't count or anything as part of my degree. I just have to pass them.
I see. Okay.
So yeah,
excellent.
I can take anything basically. History of art,
Fantastic.
photography,
Okay.
that kind of nonsense. Yeah.
Which, yeah. Should it be at university or should it not? Those sort of things.
Yeah, but you know, if you've got some credits to kill, why not? I'm not gonna take physics.
Okay. Nabil, have you ever been to South America?
No, never.
Right. Do you know any South American people?
Well, I have a lot of friends here in Spain, but being there, never.
Okay.
Well,
What
I like the culture. I like how they live. So they have their own environment, you know, but never being there.
Yeah, certainly very happy people. My father's from Chile and he is
Yeah.
like
I'm
nothing
agree.
can bring him down.
I'm agree. Well, I have a lot of friends from Mexico, from Mexico, from Colombia, from
Right.
Argentina, Uruguay.
Wow.
You know, Spain. It's home of Latinos. You know,
Sure, definitely.
but they can't. So fine people, you know.
Okay. So did you guys receive my email about the group project?
Yes.
Yeah, I receive it.
Has anybody thought of anything?
Well, frankly, I didn't understand, you know.
Oh.
What do you mean by a project? You
So
know, I see that like video, something like that, but I didn't understand.
okay, so I don't know, I don't know if you looked at the individual assignment. You didn't hand one in, but it's similar to that. What we have to do is choose a topic that we've either spoken about or that you have seen in the course and do something with that. So it can be anything. It can be a piece of writing, or it can be a video, or it can be a mashup, which is taking different things from the internet and making a video from it. I thought that maybe we could do a radio program. So we could take a cultural scenario and then role play it. But it can be absolutely anything.
Well, I had no idea about the subject, you know. I received the message, but just how to do that project, I have no idea. But as you said, so doing video, something like that, we can do it. But it's a individual work or something like that.
No, it's group. It's a group project. We've got to do it all together.
Well, but how we can choose a topic, a common topic?
Lucy, any ideas?
Yeah, I've been working on a little comic strip.
Ah, fantastic.
I can't draw, so it's taking quite a while. But have you heard of a comic strip called, it's a webcomic called Scandinavia and the World?
No.
I'll give you the link in the
Okay.
chat bar. It's basically, it's this Danish woman who draws little comics, and she sort of humanizes countries and takes little news stories that involve politics between different countries and turns it into a little cartoon. And I've been reading this stuff for years.
I'm reading it now.
The one behind the current one is a Eurovision type one from this year's Eurovision. She always does a Eurovision one, and she always explains everything in the bit at the bottom.
Oh, okay. So doing something like that?
Yeah, I've got my little. I've been trying out little characters. But I'm struggling to find a little topic.
Let's see it.
I can't draw, so I'm using little.
Ah, it's really cute.
So that's the Austrian Eurovision winner. These are just little pencil sketches.
Okay. Isn't there a software program where you can make your drawings come to life? Like they animate drawings?
I don't know. I haven't explored that. Can have a look though.
Animation of drawings. Hold on. How I animate with scanned drawings. How to animate cartoons and drawings. Adobe's got it.
Okay.
Oh, but Adobe is. How to make a simple stop motion animation using a drawing. So we would have to put the voices over it.
You could do it as a drawn comic strip, or you could animate it. I think animating it would be quite difficult.
Yeah.
We could definitely overlay some voice onto it. But I mean, everybody could do, a couple of those. Or we could all take.
I would have to copy it I'd take it from the internet. But thank God. Or I could just say I'm the instructor, so I don't do anything, which would be a lot easier.
Or we could all take a different country, because we're all pretty representative, aren't we? Nabil, you're from Morocco, aren't you, originally?
Nabil?
Well, just talking about this comic, I've remembered some it's like animated, something like that, but about culture. I have this idea.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Just to make some, como dicen, dibujos que se juntan para cada uno de su cultura y su idioma y hablan, hacen un diálogo, algo como así, algo cómico.
Okay. Definitely. I think that's a great idea.
Well, I have an example. I think that I saw it in internet, in YouTube, right? But
Hello?
Yeah.
and I'm trying to send you the enlace, right? A link.
The link.
Well, this.
Okay,
But
I'll
by
tell
the
you.
way, it
Yeah.
needs some modifications, you know.
Where's your link?
I'm trying to find it.
Ah, sorry. Give me your
So
link.
impatient.
Give me now.
I want to say it. This this woman who does all the Scandinavian comics, she's got a Kickstarter project on at the moment to get an animated version of it up. She's been posting comics for about 4 years. But have a look at the little animation that she's put together. I've given you a link on the text bit.
Okay, yeah. So that was what I was thinking, but it's probably very difficult to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, she.
So she always uses the same. Oh, he just farted. So is each personality regular?
Yeah. So she has different. I mean, she has a core of characters because she's Danish, so she has Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Iceland are her like main characters. England is in there quite a lot, and America's in there quite a lot as well. America's this big tans,
Buff.
Yeah, which is completely skewed vision of the world. Yeah, this is America here.
Hello, Ursula.
Hi.
We're talking about what we can do for our group. Oh, I love it. For our group project. I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Get out my gun. Lucy had the idea of animating, of making a cartoon strip of our different countries, and these links that she sent me is an idea that we can steal. Did you have any ideas for the group project? Do you like the idea of doing a cartoon strip?
But I don't know how to draw. So,
Neither do I.
Yeah. You can steal it off the internet. We can do a mashup.
Oh.
The only thing is, when you do that, you can't pretend it's yours. Stealing is okay, but lying about it is not.
I think we can do it with really simply drawn stick figures or something like that.
Okay.
Like Ursula, these are the ones I've done. Like I can't draw, so I've used little like bowling ball, skittle shaped people with just a little flag on them, so you know what country they're supposed to be.
I like it.
Because I can't draw either, but I want to do a little strip.
Okay.
But I'm having trouble deciding what sort of themes to look at and how to make it funny.
Right. Yes. Nabil, any ideas?
Well, I'm sorry, I can't find it, but I promise I will send it as well as I find it. But it's a little bit so confusing to look for a special video. I don't remember the name or the link. It's something so amazing, you know. You should see it, And I don't say that we can use the same, but we can modificate. We can find something suitable for our topic.
Yeah.
But the idea, it's like a drawing, but animated,
Okay.
and do like a story, like a silent story.
Oh, when they draw it, when they're
Yeah,
drawing the
yeah,
with
but
the hand.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the hand, but
Okay.
it's a silent
Ursula did
story.
a presentation with that, so Ursula knows all about that.
Sorry?
Ursula did a presentation with that software.
See,
Ursula, your
Yes.
presentation last week, do you remember? With the hand that does the drawings?
Yes, I know. It's
What
like
What's the name of that? Ah, there you go. Nabil, is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you click
Well,
on it,
I have bad idea about this thing. So
yeah, because Lucy, the only problem with drawing our own animations is that we have to scan it onto the computer.
Yeah. Or do it in on the computer, do them in Paint or Publisher or something like that.
Oh, okay, right. Draw them
That's quite
directly
hard work.
onto the computer. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys? Okay, well, it's up to you guys. What subject would you guys like to look at? Like, was there any subject that particularly grabbed your attention while we were speaking, or while? One thing that I thought that we all had in common is that we are all very different from our cultural norms.
it's a good idea.
So we could maybe do something, which is why I put the picture on group 5 as the black sheep. Because we're all
I'll just put my tea away then.
because we all stand out from. I'm certainly very different from the New Zealand culture.
I don't even know what a New Zealand stereotype is.
Sheep. The New Zealand stereotype is, I'm also the New Zealand stereotype, sort of very keen and enthusiastic and hard workers, and like a very new country who, like Europeans, they've seen it all. They're sort of pasado de rosca, bored of everything, had 3 million wars, and they're just a grumpy old men, really, and and we're like the new puppies, enthusiastic and trying to get world peace going, and that sort of naive thing.
Oh, you guys are pretty up on your equality, aren't you? You were the first people to have the vote for women.
Yeah.
One of the first countries to sign the gay marriage agreement.
There you go. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
Yeah. Recycling, save the whales. All
Your
of those.
country, on that little comic, your country is represented by a sheep.
Okay.
I thought you should know. I think you're the only non-human character that she's got.
Yeah. 40 million sheep and 4 million people in our country.
Wow.
So, yeah, the sheep certainly represents us. Okay, well, yes, so I don't know how we could incorporate that into a comic strip. Why is the video only on me? Is the video only on me for you guys?
It's only because you're talking. The person who's talking, it usually switches the camera to them.
Okay, yeah, I thought that I wasn't talking so much. Right, do we need to think about it on our own rather than discuss it as a group maybe and then come back with ideas?
Yeah, I think we should put everything down on the group discussion thingy, and discuss it via text rather than talking, so that if you have an idea, you can write it down.
Right. Also, yeah, not so much pressure.
Well, for me, I promise I will I will send the link as well as we'll finish this discussion, because you know this things in internet needs a little bit of time and something like that, Well, but
Okay.
it's very interesting. But I'm going to send some to Ursula and to Lucy some ideas how we opinions,
Okay.
Great.
Okay. And but I don't know. I think that's it's a silent story. Maybe good. A
Okay.
silent
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, sounds good.
You
It
know?
takes away the extra complication of adding audio to something.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, we can write something on the drawing or something like that. But I will think about it. Okay.
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 Do you guys have each other's email, or do you want to do it on the discussion board?
We can do it on the discussion board, can't we? And then everybody can see it, even if
Great.
they're not here at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good idea, especially if somebody wants to join in
Well,
for the last week.
I think I need your email just to
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how to be in contact with you.
We were
Put it
saying
in
the
the
discussion board.
text.
Tell me, Lisa. I
Uh-huh.
don't.
We were saying we were going to do it in the discussion board in case anybody else from the group wants to join in.
Okay. Okay.
They haven't come to the exchanges, but there have been a couple of people participating in the group in the content of the course, even though they haven't come to exchanges. So I don't know if they'll want to discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. So any questions about the content this week? I know it's only Wednesday, but if anyone's had time to read it. No? All good?
No questions.
Okay. Good. That's better. It means you've understood it all. All right. Okay. Well, let me get some exercises that we can look at then. Oh, it's not opening. How's your week been, Ursula? While my PDFs are working up.
I had an exam yesterday, and I have one tomorrow. So.
How'd it go?
Bad.
Oh, I don't believe you. You probably think that, but it didn't. What was the exam on?
Computer science.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. Yeah. And what's the one today?
Just tomorrow.
Tomorrow, sorry. It's not opening. You don't know. You can't remember. Well, it's probably not going to go very well either.
Yeah.
My PDFs aren't opening up. Well, do you remember that those exercises that we were doing on Monday? That I would tell you a bit about how America sees something, and we spoke about how our country sees it.
Yes.
Do you want to continue with those?
Okay.
I was also interested in knowing how similar the English and the American cultures are in these sort of things. So, Lucy, on Monday we were talking about things like, for example, attitude towards change, that Americans think that change is very positive, that new is better, etc. And then we were discussing about how the Spanish culture, for example, prefer traditional ways of doing things, that if something has worked well for a long time, there's no point in change just to change it, because you might change it into something
worse.
that doesn't, yeah, exactly, doesn't work as well.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, that kind of thing.
Okay. So, okay, so another one is attitudes towards taking risks. So the American attitude is that you can always start again. So if you don't take risks, you won't gain anything. They have a very low level of personal financial savings. There's a very high level of bankruptcies. They start businesses and go bankrupt much more often than in Europe, for example. And so the American view is there will always be enough opportunity to go round. So taking risks involves no real danger. For the truly ambitious, failure is only temporary. Experimentation, trial, and error are important ways to learn or to improve your product or service. So, did you all understand that? Are there any questions to that view? No, Ursula?
No, I don't have any questions about it. I understood it.
Okay. So what do you think in Spain the attitude towards things like starting up a business or maybe leaving school to work rather than what are the Spanish attitudes to this?
Well, a lot of people does it, but I don't think it's like they don't say that it's good or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I think people. I don't know.
Nabil, in Morocco, what are people's attitudes towards starting up a new business? Is it a risky venture, or is it something that everyone should try?
Well, the field's not so organized like here. Studying about, if you can find a lot of people working on this subject, on this commercial field, but with no knowledge, but
Right.
winning a lot, ganan pasta.
Oh, they do. So in Morocco, if you start a business, you can earn a lot of money.
There are a lot of people studying about that, and spending a lot of time just to get knowledge, get some experiences like that, and there are a lot of institutes and schools dedicated to this kind of education. But the majority people, they have these things they learn it from practice, from experience,
Right. Okay. Lucy, in England, are people very risk adverse?
I think in England it's seen as irresponsible to risk everything that you have.
Right.
I think the idea is that you sort of build everything up very slowly and you have to have a lot of patience.
Okay.
Obviously people do then, take completely different career paths and set up businesses and things. But I think it's seen as a young person's thing to set up companies.
Okay.
And yeah, you're supposed to kind of start with do a lot of saving. We're all about the rainy day in England.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's sensible. Certainly not the new American go-get-it type naivety, because of course they dive into things and are very impulsive as well, which is, I guess, the high level of bankruptcy.
Yeah, or we have just such a huge amount of paperwork involved in starting anything new. It's quite an obstacle. And then there's quite a lot of sort of financial safety schemes.
Okay.
Where, like, for instance, if you take a security deposit on a rented flat, your deposit doesn't go to the landlord. It goes to a third-party company that holds your deposit, and then if the landlord decides they want the money from you, they have to apply to get it so that it's justified. So they just go, oh no, you haven't cleaned the house properly, so you can't have your money back.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I like savings accounts are protected, they're insured. So you have insurance on your savings account. So if the bank goes bankrupt, you're insured. I think it's up to about 85 Yeah,
Thousands.
about 85,000, yeah, in savings.
Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. Oh, especially with what's happening with the banks here in
Well,
Spain now.
yeah, so it's all about safety nets, really. You would just leap off a cliff, and hope for the
Okay.
best.
Okay. Okay, right. That's very sensible. Very sensible.
Welcome to Britain.
Okay, what about the concept of face, which is obviously something that is very, very prominent in countries such as in Asian countries, for example, China, I know, has got a very heavy emphasis on face.
What do you mean by face? Sorry.
Okay. I'll explain the American point of view and then see if that explains it for you.
Okay.
It's important to be to tell it like it is and be straight with people. Confrontation is sometimes necessary to clear the air. Honesty is the best policy. In individualist cultures, no premium is put on face saving because people can take care of themselves. What other people think is not so crucial to survival or success. We can say what we think without worrying about hurting people's feelings, and we likewise appreciate directness. So, for example, in China, the concept of face is very much, it could be also like maybe a synonym is shame. So there's no direct confrontation because a direct confrontation can make the situation very embarrassing and awkward. So you would be losing face if somebody insulted you, for example. And your family would be losing face if somebody insulted your family name. So that concept of keeping everybody happy so that nobody would lose face is something that really directs a lot of social relationships in Asian countries. Have I explained myself well?
Yeah.
Well, it's clear. It's clear.
Have you heard about the concept of face before?
Well, these things, I think it's not only has to do with the China.
No.
It's something that we have too.
To different
We have to,
degrees.
yeah, we have the same concept in Morocco.
Okay.
Some as you do. Some when you have a problem or someone has a problem, and we say that he doesn't has the face to tell me that.
Right.
Something like that, or
Okay.
or because of a problem or something like that.
Okay. So another thing that springs to mind is like Eastern European countries have a very something I can't remember, Albania have got very strict social rules on revenge. So yes, yeah, they're very and this is the idea of face. If you have in some way insulted somebody, they can spend sort of years and years and years at home because if they leave, then they will be killed or will. They have very heavy, strict revenge rules, which I don't know the details of, but it's something that is quite common to Eastern European countries.
Okay.
Yes, so in New Zealand, for example, that isn't at all an issue. I mean, you have your pride, but the Maori people, the natives of New Zealand, are very, very, very proud people, and they put a lot more emphasis on this, a lot more emphasis than the New Zealand Europeans.
Well, in the Arab world, we have this the importance, to the concept of face. Well, as you say, the native of New Zealand, we have the Arab native, people for example, in Egypt, they call them Sa'id is the ones who live uh, in Sahara.
Okay.
You know, like nomads.
Right. Yes.
They have this concept, you
tribe.
know, and they have the concept of revenge, of the importance of face, you know, like
Right.
an image of personality.
Okay.
Maybe I
Okay.
can I can explain it so well, but it's so
Yes,
famous.
I have understood. Yeah, they also put a lot of importance in how people treat each other.
Yeah, it's like an image of family, of history, of something like that.
Okay, they've got a lot of memory
Yeah,
of
yeah,
social relations.
and they can make revenge for something stupid.
It's something that's happened a long time ago as well.
Uh,
Right. Ursula, what are your thoughts on that?
That
And Spain,
in
maybe.
Spain, I think since they are collectivist,
Yeah,
the word,
that's a word.
community,
Oh, I
um,
love hearing you use the vocabulary. It makes my job so satisfying.
that they don't really then they don't really say what they think.
Okay.
So anyone gets offended or something, and I don't like that because I always say what I think. Like to my
Black sheep.
friends, if I don't like what they were wearing, I tell them like, "What? Are you gonna go out like that?" And I say it. So I don't care about anything.
Right.
But they don't say it. Like it's like I don't know. And if you say it, they are like, "Oh my God, you are so like untruthful." And it's like, "Oh my God, I'm telling you the truth," and then you're calling me that. Oh my God. Yeah.
I've
Liars.
noticed that and I think it's like you said, for the reason that you said, that it's to keep social harmony, so people don't say what they think really, because, well, first of all, they don't think it's going to change anything, which is what we were talking about on Monday, the attitude towards destiny and fate. I mean, it is what it is, so why bother complaining, or why bother? Like in a restaurant, for example, Spanish people never complain about bad service or bad food, because they say, well, it's just gonna
Yeah.
they're just gonna
The
do the
other
same.
day, I was at the university, and we were having lunch, and I asked for a salad, and the salad had like cristal
Glass.
from the glass from the bowl inside the
Wow.
salad, and I put it into my mouth, and I was
That's
like chewing it,
so dangerous. If that gets
and
in your stomach,
I
you're dead.
took it out of my mouth. I left it in the table to tell the waiter, and my friend, like, she took it and she threw it to the ground, and I was like, what? Why did you do that? I'm gonna tell him. I cannot eat from this bowl. So, and she was like,
Ursula,
oh my God,
Urs-
why are you gonna tell him anything?
Ursula
He's not gonna change.
is
And
like
I put
talking
it,
about an horror movie, you know?
what?
I'm just kidding, you know?
It's like a horror movie.
Like, last week or 2 weeks ago, and I went, and he gave me another salad, but I couldn't eat from that bowl.
No. That's really dangerous as well.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, no, yes, and they say it's not going to change. They're just going to be the same.
He
Yeah,
was
and
like, "You're not gonna tell anything," and I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna tell him. Like, I don't want to eat from this bowl, and I paid for it." So
did you tell him in the end?
yeah, and he gave me another one, but it was like
Did he apologize?
on my food, and I couldn't eat it because it was like disgusting for me. Since then, I was like, "Oh my God, what if there's something else in there?"
Cockroach. Yeah, in America you could sue them and they earn lots of money.
That's a big part of their culture, isn't it?
Yeah. The safety net, it makes everyone behave. No?
I don't know. I don't think it's a very good way of running a society, making people terrified to be in any kind of service to anybody else, or have any kind of responsibility over anybody else, because of this fear of being sued. Like, I'm a climbing instructor, so I teach people to climb,
Right.
and I carry quite a lot of responsibility in terms of negligence and things like that.
Can
And
imagine.
if I teach somebody a technique that is wrong, and they then go and hurt themselves later on, I am responsible.
Of course.
And like when you take people out climbing, there's this awful fear amongst instructors of any kind of adventurous activity that, you know, somebody falls over because they weren't paying attention and didn't do the shoelaces up properly, breaks their ankle, and sues you for negligence.
Yeah.
And I mean, it won't go through, but it will completely ruin your reputation. And I mean, everybody that makes a living out of it is freelance, so it doesn't work for anybody else, just relies on work coming into them. And so if somebody says, oh, you know, she's facing charges of negligence, that's it, that's your career.
Yeah.
So I'm not impressed with America bringing over this culture of, you know, extorting money out of people at every opportunity.
Yeah.
You get like I've seen posters up in Manchester on bus stops and things, like, you know, not paper ones that people have paid to put on billboards, saying if your doctor has misdiagnosed you, if your doctor has made a mistake, come to us and we'll sue them for you.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible.
No.
Like, I work with children, but they don't pay me. It's like a free service, and it's like really dangerous because if someone happens, I know I'm gonna have a problem, and I'm doing it for free. And the people with I work, they went to a week trip with the kids, and a girl, she lost her jacket, and her parents sued us, like, for losing the jacket of the girl. Like, it's like, what if someone happened to her little girl? Like, that would be like...
What a bunch of idiots.
I don't know what the laws are like.
Well,
I don't know what the laws are like in Spain, but in England, you can't be sued in that respect if money hasn't changed hands. If you're not paying for a service, then you're not entitled to any money, any compensation.
Okay, excellent.
Obviously, it's a little bit different. Like I'm a scout leader, and with the Scout Association, if you take a kid out and he, you know, dies, then that's a lawsuit. But in terms of like looking after kids and stuff, over here, if you're not paying for it, it's not a professional exchange, and so you can't sue for them not doing their job properly because it's not a job. They're doing it, you know, out of the goodness of their own heart.
Okay.
I mean, people try anyway, but you can't sue.
Sorry to interrupt. Turning back to the point when Lucy mentioned the doctors, we're in Spain. As you know, Spain offers a very good service, you know, a very free, but with no quality, you know.
Oh, I think the quality is very high in medicine in Spain.
Well, but there is no responsibility.
Right. Okay.
You know, I have a lot of cases that my friends told me, my families, talking about responsibility.
Right.
Well, telling you, giving you some pills, which has nothing to do with your illness.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit something that we have to talk about, you know.
Right.
Well, therefore, all the service is free in Spain, and very well. But the doctors don't give any importance to that service, you know.
Right. Okay, let's move on to the next point, and we'll try.
Well, by the way, meanwhile you were talking, I was looking for the video. I think I found that like an example. Here you have. It's it's a video. You
Oh, I
can,
know this guy.
I've got the ad.
You've not got ad blocker. Oh dear.
4.5 million views. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a really lovely song.
Oh,
So this is like animated stop motion.
something like that. We can modify. We can have just like a corpus, you know, an idea how to make this project, this group project.
has that got like an Arab theme somehow? No. Maybe just, it's got a lot of the idea of the spirit or the soul. No, it's just animation. Okay. Okay, all right. That will be hard to do, I reckon. Or not, I don't know. What do
It's
you guys think?
ambitious.
Ambitious is good.
Did anyone
we have
draw?
until Tuesday. Tuesday
Okay.
evening.
Probably not then.
If Lucy can draw something like that, we can do it, no?
Have you not seen my little cartoon Skittles?
Lucy does triangles and circles.
Yeah, that's. I was focusing on the content, not the.
Well, I think
Not the quality.
I think you all have seen the it's like this drawing about it's like a commercial of I don't remember of preservative.
On?
I'm sorry, no, you know I miss. Espera,
Okay.
un momento.
But I mean, there's this guy who writes a webcomic called KCD, who draws in a very simple style. They're just stick figures, but they're quite effective.
Right. They're effective, once again, because of the content, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarcasm. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I can add to. I can give you guys, if you want, an option of different cultural scenarios, and perhaps that can help you with the. Because I won't be able to do anything artistic.
Because you're not allowed, or because you can't.
Well, I mean, I'll try. I want to help as less as possible.
Yeah.
So I can give you guys ideas, stories that you guys can use.
Okay.
Oh, you've all frozen. Have I frozen? Oh no, you're back. Is there any particular concept that you guys want to talk about in the content?
So I found this as a little, I think it's cartoon out of a newspaper, but it sort of addresses attitudes to the way women dress in different cultures. I quite like the idea of doing a culture clash and looking at subtle differences that make a big impact.
That's hilarious. Okay, that's very funny.
Like there's one of these Scandinavian comics that highlights the fact that in England you don't get a salad with your food. Like if you order food in a restaurant, anywhere else in Europe you get a side salad, or certainly in Scandinavia. But in England you don't, and for people coming over to England, it's a big shock. Just
true.
Little things like that are really.
That's so true. In France and Spain and Italy, you get a salad.
And in fact, the concept of a salad in France and England are completely different. You order a salad in France and you get bacon and mayonnaise, and it's like this big, and it takes you an hour to eat it. You order a salad in England, you get 3 bits of lettuce and a cherry tomato, and that's your lot.
That is so true. I never thought about it.
Maybe we could do a foodie one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's lots of different customs and values that come from food.
Yeah, it's a big topic.
Nabil?
Well, I misunderstood the link. No,
Ah,
I'm sorry.
Lucy had the idea of doing the cartoon strip based on the concept of different values towards food in different cultures, in our different cultures.
Well, it's a good idea. I think just like a topic, I think we can make exchange in cultures, you know. I'm talking about many things, not only food.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do lots
Exchange
of.
in cultures like that. I'm talking about food, about language, about uh, looks.
Okay.
Okay,
Certainly the
just playing with words to give it
ah,
that artistic value.
okay. Okay, like a mind map. So we could have food, and then we have I don't know, long meals. Or no, that might be a bit dumb. And you could have words that relate to it.
Okay, and I would just like an opinion, a personal opinion, leaving religions aside.
Okay. All right. We won't touch
Okay,
religion.
yeah, just to give it that view. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
if you are not, so if you accept it, I'm not going to force you to do something that you like.
Accepted.
No thanks.
Ursula, what do
What?
you think of the idea of doing lots of
Sorry. We
yeah?
can. It's an idea that I thought about it. We can make like a movie or a video with photos, but real
Images from
ones.
the internet.
No photos or pictures, like real ones,
Okay, of
like a
our
collection,
photos that we have, like a collage.
something like that.
What about the cartoon though?
Sorry, what
The
about?
cartoon?
No, we have. I'm not. It's like an idea. What do you
Okay.
think? I'm just consulting you.
Okay. Okay. Ursula, do you like the idea of photos?
I like the cartoons idea better.
Cool cartoons, as Ursula said. You are three women. I should be in
Ah.
your side.
Watch out, we get dangerous. Okay, so food can come into it for sure, and different ideas. So how are we going to compare the cultures? Or did we say we're going to discuss this on the discussion board when
Yeah, I
we have
think if
ideas,
everybody brings a few ideas in.
and then we vote on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's set deadlines so that we can get it done by Tuesday.
Okay.
So maybe by Friday morning we can agree on what the content's going to be and how we're going to present it.
Okay.
Okay?
Should we have another meeting on Friday morning then?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we can write everything on the discussion and then talk about it and decide on Friday morning.
Okay, that's a great idea. Everyone okay for Friday morning?
No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Friday morning I have work. No.
Okay. Until what time?
I have from 10 to 11 to 12.
Can you after 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm free all day Friday, so
Yeah, me too. It's up to you, like Nabil, what time is appropriate for you to be able to get home from work and have something to eat and then come and talk to us.
Oh, at
yeah.
12. Estaré a casa. Estaré en casa.
Okay.
You'll be at home at
Uh,
12. Should we do it at 12 or do you want 12:30 to have time to relax a bit? Or
Oh, this is so
12:30?
relaxing. What are you talking about?
Group therapy.
Yeah.
12 o'clock, Nabil?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So that's 11 o'clock for Lucy.
Yeah.
Bright and early. Early for a Friday, 11 o'clock.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
Here you go. I found you a little cartoon strip with New Zealand in.
The sheep.
So him and Wales have a little secret romance going on.
Do you guys understand that, Nabil and Ursula?
No.
So, New Zealanders and people from Wales they accuse these poor people of having romantic relationships with sheep.
With sheep.
Yeah, because there's nobody else.
Because there's only sheep in Wales and New Zealand. So this lady who does this cartoons say that they have a romantic relationship.
I think they do have a baby later on, and it becomes New South Wales.
That is hilarious. Especially, have you ever met anyone from New South Wales?
Yeah, my family live in New South Wales, so they're not very keen on New Zealanders.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Oh, that's great.
Well, until that hour, Friday, I'm going to look for some ideas.
Okay.
About comics, photos, something has to do with exchange and cultures.
Okay.
Wicked.
Excellent.
There I'm thinking about it. But just moving this comics, I have no idea. Lucy, you have to be in charge of it.
Okay.
Okay, move it with hands or with the. Okay.
Puppet things. How do they do those?
I don't know if we will be able to animate it in 3 days, but we can certainly get some drawings going.
Right. Yeah. It's not a lot of time.
No. But yeah, we can certainly do a couple of strips.
All right. Excellent. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Onwards and upwards. Until Friday then.
Until Friday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.